Welcome back to the home with Joel.
What are we doing today, Joel?
Going to shoot some rabbits.
All right.
Set up for the rut.
Yeah, we're going to try again. We've got some more gear for the rabbits. Coming a bit closer, Joel. We can't see you. Your fans want to see you.
You're going to do some whippersnipping?
Yep, got the whippersnipper so we can get rid of some of those weeds. Hopefully have a clearer shot at the rabbits. And then we're going to try and find a spot where we can set up the hunting blind for the rut when the rut comes around. So we're going to start early, get it all sorted before April. So when it comes, Joel's ready to go. And won't be any mistakes. You'll get a nice big buck.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So we're set up in a similar spot to where we were the other day. Just moved slightly to one side. Haven't seen any rabbits yet this morning because we've been out there with the whippersnipper. I've got a few of those weeds down so we can see a bit better. And I've also come prepared just in case there is one sitting behind a weed or even a fence post, gum tree. I loaded up some of these. They're 458 lot, so 480 grain bullet behind 83 grains of powder. So if there's a rabbit at the other side of the fence post, we can get the bigger rifle. And Joel can actually shoot through the fence post to get the rabbit. What do you think about that, Joel? Yeah. My son's supposed to be coming out later, and this is one of the cartridges for his rifle. He might be going up on the hill behind us to see if he can get a deer. But we'll see how we go. We'll try to get some rabbits, eh? What are we up to, Joel?
Just having lunch.
Yep, just had lunch out here and we're getting eaten by flies.
Yeah.
We've been scouting around to try and find a good spot to set up Joel's blind in a few months when the rut starts. So this is a pretty good property for deer hunting. I've got a lot of deer on this place over the years, and actually Joel's just looking at a magazine now. This deer here, I got that one in January this year. So there's some good ones around, and my son, look at that one. So, and that was on that hill over there. So we've just got to find a spot where we can drive to and set up Joel's blind. A bit of a spot here, but we don't have don't have a real good view. A lot of trees and stuff blocking our way. We're going to do a bit more driving around. We'll see what we can find. Alright, we've been driving around for a bit trying to find a good spot to set up Joel's blind when the rut comes around in about April. I think we found a good spot, Joel. Like I said, I've shot quite a few deer on this place, but I walk. It's a bit hard for Joel because he can't walk. There's a lot of rocks and logs and long grass, and yeah, it's just not real agreeable for a wheelchair. But we found this spot here. It looks pretty good. We've got a pretty good view. I'll take the camera outside and show you around and see what you think. Okay, this is the view from where I think we might set up Joel's blind. At least one of the places we'll set it up during the rut. So the car's on a bit of a slope there, but I think just down here a little bit. Just over here it's quite a bit flatter. I'll have a bit of preparation work to do to clear a few rocks out of the way and knock the grass down a little bit so it's easier for Joel's wheelchair. But you've got this great view. So from where we are here, that tree there is 115 metres. Got that little bit of a clearing in there, that is 225 metres. And down here we've got the windmill, that's just over 300 metres. Now if we do come out during the rut, we should be able to call the deer in. I've called them in before on this place, so with any luck we'll call one in within 100 metres, 50 metres. The last one I called in, he came to about 5 metres. So yeah, I think this will be a good spot to set Joel up when it rolls around to the rut. And I think he's pretty excited about it. You excited, Joel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've found a good spot. This will be great. A few old rub trees in this spot, so that indicates that the deer have been here in the past, and hopefully they'll be here in the future as well. So have a bit more of a look around and we might find another spot, and yeah, we'll keep recording these spots. Whichever's the best, we might be able to try a few during the rut to up your chances a bit. Okay, just found another good spot to set up Joel's blind for the rut. We've got all these shrubs right here, set it up just in front of him. And then we've got this gully in front of us, a few clearings, a few shooting lanes, out to about 300 metres. Yeah, this looks like another good spot. We just got this scope cam set up on Joel's 22 in this area where we're going to set up the deer blind, just to see if it works alright here. We're still working on the best way to use this scope cam. What we want to try and do, I think, is get an old phone. It's not being used anymore, but the camera still works, and just attach it permanently to the plate on this scope cam, because getting it in exactly the right position takes a bit of time and there's a bit of a hassle. So if we could just have something permanently fixed to the plate so it was always in the right position, it would make things a bit easier, and then I'll be able to use my phone for recording the video. You got him! You got your first rabbit! I'll go and get it.
See my people?
Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Do you want to get that one too? Yeah, cool. Alright, ready? Go for it. Real gentle squeeze on that trigger. Alright, Joel, how did we go today, mate?
Went pretty good.
Went pretty good. What did we do today?
Went shooting.
Alright, I picked Joel up at about 8:15 this morning, and it's now 20 to 8 at night. We've put in a big day, set up the blind again for shooting rabbits this morning. did a bit of whippersnipping so that we could actually see the rabbits. And then when we'd done that, the rabbits didn't come out because it made a fair bit of noise. So we went around the back of the property, we had some lunch, and we did some driving around looking for places where we might set up the blind during the deer rut in about April. So we found 4 good spots marked on the GPS, and it's a good thing that we did mark everywhere we were going on the GPS, because I put my rangefinder down somewhere. I'm thinking on the bonnet or on the bull bar. I went to use it again, I couldn't find it. So we followed the GPS track where we'd been, and I found it right in the middle of the track. So that was lucky because it was a gift from my wife. So I'd have been in big trouble if I'd lost that. But yeah, we've marked 4 potential sites where we can set up the deer blind for Joel when it's deer season. And then we came back to shearing sheds where the blind was already set up. We got in the sheds and we waited for some rabbits to come, didn't we, Joel?
Yeah.
And we had a few false starts. Phone scope cam was mucking up, couldn't get the phone to stick to it properly. We were just about lined up on one rabbit, and the farmer come roaring around the corner chasing the cow, so we had to quickly put the rifle aside so it wasn't pointing at him. We had to wait a bit longer, but then...
And then we got one.
You got one, didn't you, Joel?
Yeah.
That was pretty exciting. I was probably more excited than I get when I shoot a deer when Joel got his first rabbit. So hopefully the video shows up nice and clear. But it was a pretty awesome experience, wasn't it, Joel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of hard work. Who have we got to thank? Well, first of all, Richard for letting us on his place. Yep.
Richard.
Yep. What about Craig and Jody from Caliber Country?
Yeah.
Yep, they got you your Lithgow rifle at cost price, and have helped you out with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Got a lot of your equipment from there. Peter from the Hunting Forum, he's the one who gave you the scope, isn't he?
Yeah.
Thanks, Peter. Dave from Inverell, Pisco, we used your ammo, mate, to shoot this rabbit. Joel used your ammo. So everyone who's helped out with Joel to make this happen, thanks heaps. It might not sound like much, one rabbit in 12, 13, 14 hours work.
That's
But
alright.
doesn't matter, Joel's over the moon. We're going to have a cook up next week. Joel's favourite food is KFC, so we might do Kentucky Fried Coney. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yep. Or Tamworth Fried Rabbit. Alright, we'll bring that to you next week. Thanks so much for all your support, everyone, for joining us on the ride. It's been great, and Joel's only going to get better from here on. So he's getting stronger all the time at the gym, able to get out in the outdoors and do a lot more. So yeah, keep joining us for Joel's adventures.
Yeah.
Until next week.
Keep rolling, Joel.